This will sound very strange, but Emperor Palpatine and Sith Lord Darth Sidious is an important prophecy that is revealing the identity and the timing of the arrival of the Antichrist, as well as revealing that James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, will die on December 30th, 2022. James Earl Jones will die the day before it is predicted that Kamala Harris will die in a plane crash in St. Louis. Her plane will be brought down by turbulence, which will be symbolism for a lion's roar. James Earl Jones is the voice of the Lion King, symbolism for a lion's roar. As explained in other videos, Kamala Harris's plane crash will parallel Isaiah chapter 31 verse 4, which hints at 314, the number for pi, and the area code for St. Louis is 314. The date that this video is posted proves that this prediction was made ahead of time, as does this timestamped email and forensic notes PDF. If you are skeptical, please email me and I will forward these to you. There is zero news of James Earl Jones's health as of the date that this video was posted. Furthermore, the reasoning that I am about to explain confirms that the supernatural is involved with these predictions. Also, I have known that the death of James Earl Jones would be a major prophetic sign from God since 2019. Make no mistake, the reason why God has given me a voice through these predictions for the death of James Earl Jones on December 30th and the death of Kamala Harris in a plane crash due to a bird strike in St. Louis on December 31st is to prove the things that will be explained and stated in this video. This is the purpose for these predictions from God. To not appreciate this is to miss entirely the purpose of this prediction from God. In the movie Return of the Jedi, the third movie in the Star Wars trilogy, Darth Vader was killed by Emperor Palpatine, the evil emperor that lived a secret double life as Sith Lord Darth Sidious. James Earl Jones was the voice of Darth Vader. The actor that played the physical Darth Vader, Dave Prowse, died on November 29, 2020. He died 3 months and 14 days before March 14th, which is 314. 3 months and 14 days and the date 314 hint at the first 3 digits of the number pi, which is 3.14. In fact, for many math fans, the date 314 is nicknamed Pi Day. The number pi is an irrational number, which means that it cannot be written as a simple fraction. Past the decimal point, its numbers continue on without developing any kind of repeating pattern at all into infinity. The number pi is also what is known as a transcendental number. Pi is the ratio of a circle's circumference relative to its diameter, and this mysterious number is also found throughout the natural world in areas that are unrelated to a circle. Pi also appears in the physics that describe waves, such as ripples of light and sound. It even appears in the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, and pi also emerges in the shapes of rivers. One could say that pi is God's number that he has baked into his creation. The first 3 numbers of the number pi is 3.14, and in the book of Exodus in the Bible, in chapter 3, verse 14, God revealed to Moses his name. God said to Moses that his name is I Am, which in Hebrew is the letter Het. The letter Het in Hebrew is the same symbol as the Greek symbol for the number pi. And so in effect, God said to Moses that he is pi. Is it a coincidence that God's creation number that is baked into his creation, which is represented by the number 3.14, appears in Exodus 3:14 in context of God's name revealed to Moses? This prediction for the death of James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, that is derived from the prophetic signs that occurred on March 14th, 3 months and 14 days after the death of the actor that played Darth Vader, will prove that it isn't a coincidence that pi appears as God's name in Exodus 3:14. Darth Vader is one of the most recognizable pop culture figures on Earth. By far, the most famous line of Darth Vader's, and arguably the most famous line in all of Star Wars, And arguably, the most famous line in all of cinematic history is when Darth Vader says to Luke, "I am your father."
I am your father.
Through these signs and this prediction that is being made in this video for the date of the death of the voice of Darth Vader, God will be communicating to people that he is God, their father. This classic scene in Star Wars is about a father-son relationship, and through these signs and this prediction that is being made in this video for the date of the death of the voice of Darth Vader, God will be communicating that he has a son, Jesus Christ.
It is your destiny. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
The actor Ian McDiarmid was the only actor in the original Star Wars trilogy to also act in the George Lucas-directed prequel trilogy that was released in the early 2000s. A mainstream national news network named McDiarmid fourth in their top 10 British villains, stating that it was his dark, seductive voice that stole the show, and it was a masterclass in ruling through fear and manipulation, unquote. In the Star Wars series, McDiarmid played a pleasant, charming character in Senator and later Chancellor Palpatine's public persona. The Chancellor's diabolical alter ego was Sith Lord Darth Sidious. The parallel between Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, and this viral image of Barack Obama and a hooded Satan is not an accident, and is a prophetic sign designed by God. A manufactured and phony crisis that was orchestrated by evil forces aligned with Palpatine instilled fear among the peoples of the galaxy. This crisis led the Senate to choose Senator Palpatine as their leader that would bring safety and restore order. Palpatine accepted under the condition that he have unchecked power and unlimited authority over every person. Here's a couple of lines from the movie of Palpatine's famous speech to the Senate. "The Jedi and some within our own Senate have conspired to create the shadow of separatism, using one of their own as the enemy's leader. They had hoped to grind the Republic into ruin, but the hatred in their hearts could not be hidden forever. At last, there came a day when our enemies showed their true natures. The Jedi hoped to unleash their destructive power against the Republic by assassinating the head of government and usurping control of the clone army. But the aims of the would-be tyrants were valiantly opposed by those without elitist, dangerous powers. Our loyal clone troopers contained the insurrection within the Jedi Temple and quelled uprisings on 1,000 worlds. The remaining Jedi will be hunted down and defeated. Any collaborators will suffer the same fate. This has been trying times, but we have passed the test. It is with great reluctance that I have agreed to this calling. I love democracy. I love the Republic. Once this crisis has abated, I will lay down the powers you have given me. In order to ensure the security and continuing stability, the Republic will be reorganized into the first galactic empire for a safe and secure society." The parallel with our time is just like Palpatine, the Rosetta Stone for understanding the left today, which is evil, and their constant lying, is that everything they accuse the right of, they are in fact the insidious ones doing that very thing. This is actually an old communist tactic. Those liberals that are on the left that are naive to this are what Stalin called useful idiots. I will now demonstrate through God's prophetic signs what he is communicating through the Emperor in Star Wars and through the death of James Earl Jones on the predicted date, December 30th. Emperor Palpatine and Sith Lord Darth Sidious was played by Ian McDiarmid. Ian McDiarmid was born on August 11th, 1944. Some social media sites have a maximum length for videos that can be posted, and so I need to cut this video into 2 parts. Click on the link to watch the remainder of this video. You can also find this link in the description box below this video. Make sure you watch the remainder of this extremely important video that is posted on a different channel than the one you are watching now. The link to the rest of this video is in the description box below this video. Hopefully you at least found this introduction video to be interesting, and if so, please leave a like and upvote the video, and please consider sharing the video.